How may I help you?
I want to open a staking account.
The chairman awaits you.
Welcome to GSB. Here are your staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. Welcome to this episode of Daniel's Den. I want to share some great content today to help trigger and inspire as many people as are willing to hang out and listen, right? So welcome, Veronica. I see you hanging out with us. I know we have people on. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. And we are live on Facebook, all right? So we are casting this information all at the same time to all of those platforms, right? And thank you for that, Miss Veronica. Welcome. And everybody who she's tagged, welcome, okay? We're going to connect with you today. We're going to share something very personal, and I want to drive something home. I know that sometimes we need some repetition to catch on to things and really just make sure that we're all on the same page, really just taking advantage of where we're at this exact point in time. And I'm going to share some things about my life, about my dad's life, that I think will apply to anybody under the sound of my voice. Now, before we get started, I am going to pull in a video from Mr. Bob Proctor, okay? I've played this video, I believe, once before, but like I said, repetition is good, and Mr. Bob Proctor always brings the fire. This particular talk is very, very short, and it's going to tie right into what I'm going to talk about in just a few moments about really making sure that we're taking advantage of the time that we have right now. If you guys have been hanging out with us for a little bit, we just got off Secure the Bag, and we just got off of an amazing training by Mr. Mike Johnson, okay? So we have all the tools at our disposal, and in Secure the Bag, we are just energized, all the millennials. We're sharing some great content along with Mr. Eric Teray Muhammad, boy. Woo! Oh my gosh. So I'm excited to share the content that we have for tonight because it goes right into that same vein of taking advantage of where you're at right now. And this story will kind of illustrate some reasons why you may want to take advantage of your exact moment in time right now. Okay. Time is very fragile. Very, very fragile, and we want to take advantage of each moment, okay? So here to hear this detail from Mr. Bob Proctor, and we'll chat a little bit about the life of my dad and then tie it home with what
I remember my grandmother when I was just a little boy, because she pretty well raised me, she and my mother. But my mother worked all day, and Grandma was the one that was home when we were small. She would probably have been around 60 at that time. And you know, every day of my life that Grandma spent with us, I think I heard her say, "I'll soon be gone, dear. I'll soon be gone." Well, you know, it got to a point we thought Grandma was never going to go. Now, we didn't want her to, of course. She was a dear soul. She really was. But Grandma kept saying, "I'll soon be gone." She was 94 when she left. 94. And from the time she was 60 until she was 94, she was saying, "I'll soon be gone." Now, around the same time, I had a young friend of mine, Bob Yates. Bob and I went everywhere. We did everything together. We were, as the saying goes, as thick as thieves. And Bob was 2 or 3 months older than I was, I guess. He got his driver's license 2 or 3 months ahead of me. And I remember Bob had this sort of a panel truck. But it was on July the 9th, 1951, Bob was coming in the Kingston Road Highway. And there's one area that some of you would be familiar with where you can either go along onto Danforth or cut down onto Kingston Road. And Bob was cutting on down to Kingston Road, and it was necessary to go under a concrete overpass. And as Bob come down there, wham, just like that, he hit that concrete overpass, and like that, Bob ran out of sand. 16. Now that was a terrible impact in my life. I'll never forget it. But if you had asked Bob a half hour before that how much sand he had in the top of his glass, he probably would have said half a century for low. He didn't have a half an hour. Now, I choose to believe that we all hope that we're going to go to bed tonight. And we're going to get tomorrow morning, we're going to go to bed tomorrow night. But none of us know with absolute certainty whether that's going to happen or not. There's absolutely no way that any of us can tell how much sand there is in the top of our glass.
I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm going to try and change as many lives as I can while I'm here. Thank you. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this video. We put a lot of good information up here, and it causes everything in your life to get better.
And I know that was short and sweet, guys, but listen, we don't know how much time we have here. And this is definitely not doom and gloom, guys. This is to encourage us to take advantage of where we are currently at in this point in time, right? There's some amazing things happening within our WellPost Worldwide family and community. We want to share that with you and convey that with you. But we don't know. You don't know how much time we have left. So we're encouraging people under the sound of our voice to amass wealth. We're encouraging people under the sound of our voice to tap into building generational wealth that will outlive you. Okay? So here it is. I'm going to chat a little bit about my dad. This week was his birthday. He is gone. He passed away from cancer. We didn't know how much time we would have left with him. He struggled with that health issue until it, of course, overtook him, and he had to move on from this sphere, right, into heaven, right? So my dad worked hard, okay? He was a hard worker. He's always on my mind, but especially this week, of course, due to the fact that it was his birthday, right? Oh, Robert, I see you, sir. And thank you, Veronica, also for tagging people and inviting them out to the live stream. I really appreciate that. And my dad was a definite hard worker. I'm telling you, a hard worker. He was a welder. Okay, and if you're familiar with that work, it is not for the faint of heart, right? Because there's a lot involved with it. And he was very skilled at it. He enjoyed it. But it does take a toll on your body. It takes a toll on your eyes. It takes a toll on you because of the precision that's needed, right? Of course, along with, of course, like I said, it takes a toll on your eyes because of how close he had to be to the flame and to his tools and all of that stuff, right? So I'm not going to get into all of that. But he worked hard. He worked hard, just like how a lot of people are working hard right now. You know, they're in a job, they're in whatever it is that's creating cash flow, which is good. No matter where you're getting your cash flow, if it's a job, if it's self-employed, wherever your cash is flowing from, do that, continue to do that. But I'm saying he was in a hardworking labor force and he was doing the right thing, right? He was doing the right thing. He was working to put food on the table. He was working to provide, and he successfully provided for us, right? For myself, my mom, and my 3 sisters, right? So he was successful in that sphere, right, of putting food on the table. But unfortunately, with any kind of job and you're stuck in the work hard mode, that's all you're doing. And when the work stops and when you stop working, everything stops. The income stops, right? Now, he was fortunate to have a bit of a retirement set up, right? And that did help. And then it ran out. And then he had to go back into the workforce to try and help his family later in life. That's the story where most people see that's the normal progression that people see in a lot of people's lives. They're working, they work up to a retirement age, which retirement is not an age, it's just a actual number, right? Retirement is a number. You get to a certain amount of income, and then if you have a certain amount of passive income, you can retire. So retirement is not an age. Still to this day, that lie is shared over and over and over again that there's a retirement age, right? But as I mentioned, he worked hard. The income stopped. He had to go back to work to create some more income. Then, of course, the retirement helped him out. But late in life, he was able to retire for a short period of time. And from my point of view, because of health issues, he and golden age due to the health situation, right? Due to the health challenges, okay? And I'm hoping that my audio comes back. All right, yeah, I'm back. I apologize for that. I guess my network is on a pause. But like Finest, the boss, said earlier, it's to be expected, right? So he did his best. He did what most Americans do. They provide for themselves. They provide for their families. They provide what they can do, right? They put food on the table. And unfortunately, like I mentioned, some jobs, when you're working those jobs, they do take a toll on you, right? They take a toll on your eyes. They take a toll on your physical appearance. Some jobs take your health, right? Right? And I don't know for sure if that's what helped create cancer within his body. Of course, nobody knows that, right? But like I said, he was doing what he was supposed to do. He was doing the right thing, right? But that right thing did not create any passive residual income. That right thing did not create generational wealth, right? He was able to sustain us. He was able to put us in position to be successful in certain areas of our lives. So I'm not trying to paint something weird where, of course, we're, crazy struggles or anything like that. It wasn't like that. There was some tightness. There were some other things that went on, but overall, he was able to do what he had to do to feed us and put us through school and, have us do certain activities, so definitely, blessed childhood still, right? But when I talk about closing the wealth gap, I can look at my dad and say he was the man of the house. He did what he had to do, but he didn't have the tools. Like most people, he didn't have the tools and an avenue and a venue and somewhere to go to build generational wealth and close a wealth gap. Because a wealth gap is not closed by income, folks. It's not. It's closed by assets, okay? And that's a game that we were not, and I was not invited to, and we weren't invited to prior. We're always invited to the work hard. We're always invited to the get the job, get a second job. And if you're, my family's from Trinidad, they're from the Caribbean, right? So we've been instilled with get the education, work a job or work multiple jobs. A lot of Caribbean men, a lot of Caribbean families, right? There's There's multiple jobs. That's just a norm. But as I've learned from Wealth Builders Worldwide, 2 jobs is for 2 people, right? But like I said prior, wherever you get your cash flow, if your cash flow comes from working the job, continue to do that and use that to finance your freedom. And especially with what we're doing, use it to tap into creating passive residual income. Use it to start tapping into and building your wealth. Okay. Wealth is not always flashy, guys. It's not always flashy. It's setting aside something. It's setting aside something. It's setting aside something, letting it work, setting aside something. It's that habit that you build of setting aside a small portion of what you earn. Okay. There's several success books on that. Read The Richest Man in Babylon. Read How Rich People Think. I mean, there's several books on that. I'm about to get that book called Beach Money, because man, Mr. Todd Best's been talking about that book, so I got to get my hands on that. That's on the way, right? So I want to share with you guys, working hard is not the solution. Because if working hard was a solution, my dad should have been a millionaire. He was away a lot of times on boats, because as a welder, that's where the work was. He was away several weeks, right? Working on boats, doing what he had to do to provide, right? So if working hard was just it, if that was it, then everybody who's doing like the manual labor, if that was the key to wealth, to generational wealth, then all of these individuals that have those hard labor jobs, they should be bringing that transference of wealth, bringing that generational wealth hand over fist. But that's not the key. Acquiring assets, amassing things that actually work for you, having your money go to work for you. That is a huge key. Tapping into leverage. What do we do in Wealth Builders Worldwide? Why do I keep on sharing with everybody under the sound of my voice on all of these different platforms? Why do I keep sharing this? Because all we're doing is acquiring assets. All we're doing is building assets. All we're doing is moving our currency towards us in the form of assets. That's all we're doing. I'm so sorry. We do not have anything for you to spend money on, right? We don't got the red bottoms, right? We don't got the whatever people are into. I don't know. I just thought of red bottoms. I have no idea what people are into now, because I'm so focused and dialed in on what our Wealth Builders family is doing, right? And it's okay to enjoy the good stuff in life. What Robert Kiyosaki says a lot of times, and what his focus is and what he does, and what a lot of wealthy people do, is they amass a whole bunch of assets and have the asset pay for their lifestyle. If you were on the training that we were on just a few minutes ago with Mr. Johnson, he walked us through that. Using and amassing an asset, letting that asset create passive residual income. Take the proceeds, the profits from that asset to now go ahead and go into creating or tapping into paying for the liabilities. I see you, Miss Kenya. That's what we're doing here. We're amassing assets. We're amassing assets. So I'm encouraging everybody in the sound of my voice. Robert, continue to share this great information. Veronica, continue to share this great information. Ms. Kenya, new to the Wealth Builders Worldwide family, continue to, or renewed membership to the Wealth Builders Worldwide community. Continue to share this great information. What do we do here? We move wealth towards ourselves. We move wealth to ourselves in whatever increments you decide to do. This is a this is a self-regulated, self-controlled account. You're in control. You're in full control of this. Yep. It's about assets, not liabilities. Absolutely. And guys, we want to keep this simple for guys and girls, everybody. We want to keep this simple for everybody in the sound of our voice. Assets put money in your pocket. Mr. Robert Kiyosaki is excellent for saying that and making it simple. And if you don't have this book called Fake by Robert Kiyosaki, I recommend getting it. All right, let me stop flashing the books. But actually, you know what? Let me talk about the books for just a second. There's an amazing phrase. It says words are a way of seeing. That's from Jim Rohn. Words are a way of seeing. So the reason why we glean from these books is because these books can trigger your sight and your vision. Words are a way of seeing. So sometimes when we're sharing great information with people, we know why you don't see it, because you don't have the words. So the words that would trigger or allow you to see a wealth building opportunity, you may not have those words with you. So we try and transmit it through our smile. We try and transmit it through our energy. We try and transmit it in any way possible to connect with the right people, right? Because once again, the dream is everything. If you don't have a dream, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a passion, if you don't have something that you're trying to shoot towards and move towards, every ounce of the information that we share will fall upon deaf ears. So we don't really share a lot of information. We try and share a lot of inspiration to trigger you. What Mr. Bob Proctor just shared with you. Listen, sooner or later, if you're in perfect health, you hear that Mr. Bob Proctor talked about people around him having challenges. So if you remain in perfect health, you may need to take some time off to be with someone you love. So build your well before you need it. I see you, Robert. Absolutely, Robert. You're plugged in, brother. You know what the deal is, right? And I was just having that conversation with Miss Kenya also. So we're on point. We share great information. We're sharing our excitement. We're ecstatic that now we have an opportunity to close the wealth gap. We're ecstatic that we have an opportunity to share with someone that can help them retire early. You know what? Let me pull this up for you guys, and I'm going to chat. I'm going to chat just briefly about our amazing Wealth Builders Worldwide family and success team, right? Let me pull this up because it's so important, and I feel the urgent to do this, right? This is our global Wealth Builders Worldwide team. I'm going to pull this up one more time. That's our Wealth Builders Worldwide team. I'm going to chat with you about just a few success stories in this slide with these amazing individuals, right? There's a gentleman on this slide that has been financially free for over 26 years. There's several doctors on this slide. There's people who didn't know how to pay their rent in December, but now that person is driving around in a brand new vehicle that's been paid for, a Mercedes-Benz, Mr. Kansu. There's a gentleman on this here that is part of your success team that was a millionaire in real estate, a multimillionaire in real estate, lost it all, and is very excited for what we're doing because it puts him back in position to create even more income without the headaches of changing toilets and doing all the maintenance stuff. There's pastors on here. There's mothers on here that literally prayed a prayer and got the answer through Wealth Builders Worldwide to tap into passive residual income because that's what they needed for their family. My mentor and business partner, Mr. Delco, has been financially free for over 7 years. He left a 6-figure job and has retired his adult children, retired his wife, and they have no need to work, but they continue to work to empower and help other people. That's our success team. That's the track record of Wealth Builders Worldwide. And we're sharing great information with you to invite you in so that just like how Bob Proctor said, you don't know what the time is. We don't know how much time we have left, but how about we do something to benefit the generations? I have details in my safe for my family. I have details in my safe for my family. I didn't freeze. Because what we're doing is creating wealth. That's all we're focused on here. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to sell you. I don't have anything to sell you. I am sharing with you, move your money towards yourself. My dad worked hard. He didn't have an opportunity like we have now. And that's what I love about Secure the Bag, because we can see the excitement on the millennials' faces, right? We can see the excitement on young people's faces when they see this at a young age and they have an opportunity. Listen, there's people retired and full time in this wonderful GS Partners organization. Several people. But if you love what you do at your job, keep doing it. Like I said earlier, you got the cash flow, move that money towards yourself. No matter what you do, you want to tap into Wealth Builders Worldwide. No matter what you do. Literally, we have people on our team that have acquired and amassed well over $1 million in Bitcoin before they were here. And they came in here because they saw the opportunity that was in front of them to amass more wealth for themselves and for their family. Generational wealth. You can only close that gap with assets. Your income won't be the solution. Your income won't be the solution, because unfortunately, a lot of times people will increase in income and increase in lifestyle. And it just keeps going up like that, right? So you want to read some books ahead of time before that wealth comes towards you, like The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich. There's a bunch of success books. Definitely tap into them. So we can't just work hard at our jobs. We can't just work hard at our jobs. Have you seen what COVID is doing with this global ecosystem or this global economy? There's civil unrest. There's things going on in the world. We heard a success story from a gentleman who was able to move his family. He lives in South Africa, and he was able to move his family freely out of danger because he works his business online. He has the flexibility of location freedom and time freedom. He could just move over, turn on his phone, get back to doing what he does to create passive income for his family. He really doesn't have to work anymore, but he does it because he wants to help more people. But that's besides the point. Some people have a heart to help. Some people don't. And that's okay, whatever it is for you, right? Thank you, Miss Veronica. There's so many success stories in here within Wealth Builders Worldwide, within Gold Standard Partners. You know, faith is required when you can't see the result. You can't see something happening. Faith is not required when there's a whole bunch of people who have already tasted and seen. You just look and like, oh, wait, that's already been done. When there was an example of when one person broke that 1 mile mark in a short period of time, there wasn't any more need for faith. It was already done. You can either fall in line with what was already happening, or you can keep to yourself in terms of doubt. It's a personal decision. But this is for specifically people who have a dream and a goal, people who are having something inside of them that's like, man, I know I could do better. I know something's different. I'm working hard, but I'm still in the same place. I'm working hard. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I went to the school. I went to the university. That was me. I got the degree. It didn't pan out the way that they said it would pan out. I understand that I'm always going to have the degree. I understand that there are benefits to having that. I'm not completely knocking that, because the experience has helped shape the person that I am today, to help me move into that wealthy place, right? But the school system is not the guarantee to build wealth. Passive residual income is really the only tapping into leverage, learning leverage, tapping into a wealthy mindset so that that abundance can flow through you the way it's supposed to. School doesn't guarantee it, and not all businesses guarantee it. Let's just be honest. There are no guarantees in life. The only guarantee is that you will, and everyone is appointed to pass one day. That's the only guarantee. That's the only guarantee, you know? I'm thankful for my dad. I'm thankful for him working hard. I'm thankful for the work ethic that he had. E.T. said it like this. He said, you know, Mom, I'm going to take the good stuff that I can glean from you, but I can't take how your work ethic was laid out exactly for what I'm doing, because I'm doing something different than you, right? I'm going to the next level. Every generation is supposed to move higher, do something better, right? So you can't glean how to become a millionaire or become financially free from someone who loves their job. Nothing against the person who loves their job. But if your goal is financial freedom, you're going to surround yourself with other people who are financially free. And those wealth builders worldwide that I showed you earlier, they're financially free. What's up, Ms. Roz Range? Hey, listen, this young lady right here, 70 years. That's Roz Range, man. Oh man, I love Miss Roz Range. Roz, you know I was talking about you earlier. That's why you're online now, right? Roz, hey Roz, kickstart your dreams. Kickstart your dreams, right? Right, Roz? You know that's got to go down. You know that's got to go down, Roz, right? You know that's got to go down. I probably shouldn't say it publicly, but you know it's going down. What's going on, Mark? What's going on, Mark? And I see you, Miss Kenya. Ooh, Miss Kenya says, sure isn't. Had to go beyond the curriculum and teach my students that. Yep, there we go. Miss Kenya's a teacher. Yeah, billionaire grannies, I'm telling you. Woo! We're not just saying stuff here. Listen, years ago, our Wealth Builders Worldwide community had mentioned some stuff almost in passing. And some of the stuff we just mentioned in passing is right in the vein of what we're doing right now. So when you speak something into being, it's amazing to see it manifest. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to go all the way in on that. Man, woo, man. Listen. Get back with the person sharing this information with you. There's so many amazing things that's going to happen to you as you connect with Wealth Builders Worldwide. There's going to be a domino effect that cannot be quantified. The lives that you're going to touch, the people that you're going to inspire, the wealth that you're going to amass, right? There's going to be several things. Wealth. When I talk about wealth and riches, I'm not just talking about finances. Don't limit yourself to just that. That's one part of the puzzle. We're talking about everything. We're talking about wholeness. We're talking about it in every area of life. Man, there's some relationships in Wealth Builders Worldwide that are just amazing. There's some relationships that were instrumental in helping me. There's some relationships that's helped me save money, not just in day to day, but literally in taxes. You can't even looking from the outside trying to figure it all out. No, you got to jump in, get that free registration completed, get back with Mark Hammonds, get back with Miss Kenya with her sign up link, and get connected. Get your free registration completed. I'm going to do a little logic. I already did the heartstring stuff, right? But you're watching me on a free platform. We're telling you that there's another free platform that you can get with GS Partners and get connected with our Wealth Builders Worldwide family. You're watching me on YouTube for free. You're watching us on Periscope, or Twitter for free. I'm still not really good on Twitter. I'm trying to figure it out, okay? I don't know everything about all social medias. I'm learning as I go. And that's an amazing thing. You can learn and earn at the same time. The same thing you do at your job. Nobody tells their employer, hey, listen, this is my salary or my hourly wage. I don't want to get that until I know everything about this job. No, you expect paid training. You expect to be paid your full salary while you're still figuring it out. But for some reason, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes people come into the business and they want to say, hold up, I need to learn everything. before I. No, you don't do that at work. You didn't do that at work. Don't do that here. Let us help you create income now, because we get paid in real time while you're learning at the same time, just like how you do in every other area. Okay? All right, you guys pulling some stuff out of me, so I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave now. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, this afternoon. Share this information out. I'm telling you right now, hard work isn't the only way, and it's not the way. Thinking, tapping into your divine nature, starting to use your divine nature in the way it should be used to, of course, utilize money and love people. Loving people and utilizing and leveraging money. Put your money to work in a system that's already working for so many people. We have over 120,000 people connected to Gold Standard Partners. Over 120,000 people have already completed a free registration. Hey, it's okay to research from the inside. Get your free registration completed, and then you can look on every single document. You can look at everything. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight, this afternoon. Get back with the person sharing this information with you. It is my hope that sharing a little bit of the journey from my dad, being fully aware that, listen, he was a great dad. He did what he knew to do. But now, as we tap into learning more, we should do better. Every generation should do better, right? Learn and earn. Yep, that's right, Mark. Learn and earn, right? Learn and earn. So we want you to close the wealth gap. The only way you do that is by acquiring assets. We have positioned you to acquire assets in a layaway situation. And then for the big ballers that are watching this too, you can go ahead and throw millions of dollars at it too, right? We have all walks of life, every range, every spectrum hanging out with us, okay? So thank you guys for your time. I already showed this, but I will show it again. This is your success team. Hold on for a moment. Let me pull this up here. This is your success team. There's so many people here that are here for your success. Take a screenshot of this. We will be connected to our live power call at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We want you there. We want you to be connected to this amazing family, this amazing business, to help you reach your goals and dreams, right? Keep in mind, working hard will not do it all. You want to close the wealth gap by tapping into acquiring assets, okay? One of those amazing assets is our G999. It is amazing because it is the world's first cryptocurrency that has so many utilities that it's going to blow your mind. It is going to blow your mind. But you don't got to take my word for it. Get back with the person sharing this information with you. Let me go ahead and pull up my website. So if you're seeing this on my YouTube, if you're seeing this on Twitter, go to y1income.com, get your free registration completed if I'm the person sharing this with you. If I'm not, get back with the person who shared this with you. Get back with the person who tagged you on this, right? Because Miss Veronica was tagging a few people. So get back with Miss Veronica. If you're seeing the replay of this, get back with her. Say, hey, what was that guy yelling and screaming about? What was he bouncing all about? Talking about his dad being a welder and creating generational wealth instead of just working and dying. Yeah, get back with the person sharing this information with you, okay? All right, guys, I will see you guys on the next live stream. Daniel's Den is live every night except for Sunday night and Wednesday night. Sunday night, Fast Start Training. Wednesday night, we know the Freedom Call with Mr. Ty Best, where he just did an amazing job yesterday, all right? All right, thank you guys for your time. We will close out with the GS Lifestyle card. Man, that thing is amazing. Woo, that GS Lifestyle card is amazing. All right, let me pull that up here.
Producing the most flexible crypto card in the world. 5 traditional currency accounts, including USD, GPB, EUR, CNY, and JPY. Currency exchange rates better than high street banks. Manage all your crypto and traditional currencies with one simple platform. Add funds to your account via bank transfer, credit and debit card, or crypto proceeds. Spend or withdraw your funds anywhere credit and debit cards are accepted. Exclusive plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold-plated, and solid gold cards available. 24/7 global support in multi-languages. 24/7 professional concierge services. Up to 40% discounts on hotel and travel. Instant rewards from high street retailers. Fast delivery to over 100 countries. Order your GS Lifestyle